Alright, this is a quick cleaning guide for Midea AC units. Recent recall, felt like I could show you how to disassemble and clean it. This is what I do with my AC. If you want to check to see if you got mold, pause the screen, read that stuff. For your tools, you want Phillips head, flathead, and a trim removal tool. And for cleaning, like a bucket, you want to get like a brush, use a high power washer. I use like a hose on like the high setting. Probably some bleach, cleaning wipes, vinegar, and maybe some alcohol. It all kind of depends on what you want to do and how you want to clean it. Mold kind of sucks. All right, here's mine. Yep, I got mold in there. Take a look inside your vents. You can see it. So let's go ahead and start taking this thing apart. Go and grab your front cover, lift it up, and pull it off. Take the 3 screws marked in red off the front of your unit. Same thing with the screws on the left side, and the same with the 2 screws on the right side. After that, you are going to detach this whole front section with your trim removal tool. This part kind of sucks. You might crack something here or there, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Shove it in, give it a twist, work your way up on the left side, and try and work it out as it goes. And then you're gonna flip over and do the same on the right side. Keep working and prying and twisting as you go up. The clips are a little bit of a pain, especially along the top. You got to work the tool in and then really kind of crack it out of there. Here's a bit of a closer look at those clips. You can see how they kind of interlock with each other. Hardest part of this, getting this thing off. Once you have it fully released, you're gonna tilt it forward and you gotta kind of give it a little support. You're gonna have to disconnect the white wire on the right and then these 3 connections on the left side. All right, I'm doing this all one-handed, so you can do it with 2. Go ahead and shove something in, thumb, whatever, disconnect it, switch over to the other side. I find that releasing these helps a lot. Again, one-handed, so you better be able to do this with 2 hands. Once those are free, go ahead and do the same thing. Depress the tab, give it a little twist and pull, depress the tab. Again, a little shimmy shake and pull. Next up, this one is a little harder. You're gonna have to actually release the white clip. I had to use 2 hands for this one. And then go ahead and shove that in there, take that out, squeeze the outside, twist and jiggle and pull. Yep, press it just like that. This is where I forgot that I already told you to take this out, but I didn't. So make sure you take that one, that one, that one, and one more. Take that one out. Once you've taken those out, give it a shake and lift it out of the unit. Having the window open can help. Next up, we're going to go after this thing. I don't know what to call it, but it has some wiring inside. You're going to remove those 2 screws. Once the bottom screw is out, you can kind of pull this thing out and then you can remove the top screw. And then I find that if you shove a screwdriver into the crack where my index finger is there, it helps open it up. With these 2 wires, we only need to disconnect one of them. It's the one that's in my hand there that leads up to the motor up towards the top of the unit. So get this one out. You have to release this little red retaining clip. Again, this could be a 2-hander. Go ahead and stick your thumb in there, and then you realize that you can't get it with your thumb. Oh, no, you can get it with your thumb. No, you can't. Okay, flathead screwdriver, pry it out. Once that's out, depress the retaining clip, give it a twist and a shake, and pull it. Next up, we're removing this entire back gray section. So take out 1 bottom screw. 2nd screw is behind the foam. There's 2 other screws on the other side, 1 at the bottom, and then the 2nd one is kind of hiding behind some wires. I think there's only 4 screws. I think I took this apart last year, and maybe you have a third. I don't think so, though. It should only be those four. At any point, open up the window if it makes taking things out easier, like I'm doing here. Make sure you clean this. So you're going to lift this whole unit up and kind of rock it backwards. Make sure you look out for the evaporator coils, just like I didn't in mine, because you can get them a little jacked up. Next up, we're going to take all the screws out of this whole gray unit. I didn't get a great video of this. I think there's two on this side. I only got video of one of them. And then flip to the other side and take another one out here. There might be a second one somewhere else on this side. I don't recall. Get to the top and back of the unit, and there's one more located back here that you got to take out, which, again, I didn't really film. You should be able to do it. Here's a better look at the whole thing. You got to unlatch these clips where my index finger is, and then again right there behind that wiring where my thumb is. These can be kind of tough to do. I recommend using a flathead screwdriver. I already got this side pretty much undone. There's another one back there that you got to get out. They do tend to reclip themselves, especially if it's your first time opening one of these. Once you get one side done, flip it around, go ahead and get that other side. There's a couple over here. 3 of them, looks like. Yep, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Very exciting stuff. And then you got to spin and kind of flip it, and you got to get it. Yep, there they are. I forgot those were there. There's 2 more clips underneath the back here, which again, my great filming, you could see me unclipping with the screwdriver. And then I think I show you a little bit better here, because there it is. Yep, go ahead and detach that one, and this whole thing should come apart now. All right, we can now take apart our blower fan. So we're going to go ahead and lift up the right side of it, remove that little bearing, twist it till you can find the opening for a screwdriver. Go ahead and loosen that up, but not all the way. Don't take that screw all the way out. Go ahead and slide that off. You'll notice a flat side on this. Make sure when you're putting this back together that you set the screw on that flat end of that. Now you can really start to see the mold back here. We're going to go ahead and take this thing apart. Got to release that screw, lift up this, and that black guard should come out pretty easily. I recommend throwing this in a bucket to get scrubbed with your fan blades. Next up, it's going to be removing this louver. It is flexible, so clip it out in the middle, go ahead and bend it and remove one side of it, and then you should be able to free the other side once you have that the other side removed. At this point, you're done with disassembling the unit, and it's time to move on to cleaning it. I went ahead and did pretty much like a pressure washer on it, but I used a hose, and then I went ahead and soaked it in a bleach tub for about 20 minutes, after which it came out very clean, using brushes and paper towels as needed as well. You're also going to want to wipe down the back of the unit, and then also the front inside face, get all the nooks and crannies. Do your best to clean the interior of the machine, especially along the evaporator drain pan that I'm showing here. Also cleaning in the front of it below the evaporator coils. All right, and then after cleaning, you can see that I've gotten cleaned underneath the evaporator coils, also off on the sides here where it tends to get dirty. At this point, it's kind of just reversing the process, reinstalling everything. Here's the front louver going back in. Again, it's flexible, so don't be scared to bend it. Get it into the slots and then clip it down in front. Again, reverse it, put your fan blades back in, get your set screw on, put your bearing back on the right side. Make sure that when you set this in the housing that you align it with the little grooves that are on there. Keep reversing the process. You're going to take the housing and put it back together. Press down to get the clips engaged, and then you will go back and reinstall all of your screws that you took off in the earlier steps. I don't think I filmed all of it going back together. I recommend writing down where you put your screws, make a little diagram or something like that to keep track of them. From here, you're going to reset this into the unit. Make sure you watch out for the coils. Make sure it's seated all the way down and in there. Run back, double check your screw placement. One there, one there. Go to the other side and go check the bottom one down there, and then the one up by the wire bundle. Replace your wires inside of this little thing and go ahead and slide it back in and reinstall your screws. Replace the rear housing, sliding it down on both sides. The little window catches can be a little hard to get in there. Just make sure they line up. And then these bottom parts, you sometimes got to jiggle them and kind of move them around to get them in the right spot. Get your front cover put back on. Here's a quick reference from earlier in the video. Right side 1, and then the left side has 3 of them. At this point you are done and it should be working properly. These are the settings that I am going to run now that I've done a little bit of reading about keeping these a little drier on the inside. Fan set to auto so it never turns off. You're going to go with a cool always and then turn off eco mode so that your fan blades never stop spinning. And then a quick little bit of information about temperature. If you set it to 74, 75, it will run colder than that. I believe it's about a 3 or 4 degrees offset below what you have it set. And then if you made it to the end of the video, here's a little bonus for you. You can use the remote as a second thermometer for your unit. You're going to press the left side of the D-pad, set, and I believe you press it twice until you see the person blinking, and then you press the OK button in the middle, and now your remote will pick up the temperature at the remote, and you can put it on the other side of the room, and it will help to keep your room a more consistent temperature. One extra bit of information on these. Will this actually get fixed with the Midea technician coming out? People think they're just going to drill a hole in the back of the unit, but I don't think that's really where the problem is. I think it's down at the evaporator drain pan. So you can see that if you actually pour some liquid or whatever, this is where the condensation from the coils collects. These units have tilt front to back. You're supposed to really pitch them backwards, and that was part of the recall, is people weren't getting them back far enough. But you can see here that water's just going to sit down there, and since it doesn't tilt side to side at all, the water won't be able to drain out that small hole on the right side, which is what's supposed to happen. Alright, this is the end of the video. I hope it was helpful. Make sure you check the description, and good luck.